What's up, y'all? Bluegrass Stakes coming up here on Saturday. Keeneland, Lexington, Kentucky, 5:10 Eastern Daylight Time. Now, this is considered one of the major Derby prep races, even though it hasn't produced a Derby winner since 1991. Strike the Gold. Um, I guess you could count kind of. We had Street Sense in '07. He ran second by a nose to a long shot Dominican. Actually, that horse was ridden by Rafael Bejarano, who's riding Trademark in this race, who's also a long shot. But yeah, Street Sense won the Derby, barely lost the Bluegrass, so that's one. And then you could throw Essential Quality in there, even though he didn't win the Kentucky Derby. He won the Belmont, went on to be Horse of the Year in a very controversial year. But this time, for some reason, this race is very. I just got to say non-competitive. A lot of slow horses. A lot of slow horses in this one. A lot of horses that are coming off of seconds and thirds in slow races. And it's not that they just ran in one slow-paced race and couldn't get it done. It seems to be a pattern. But anyway, let me get into it instead of complaining about the field. Number one, we got Command Performance. They got him at 12-1. Now, that's good odds for an Irad Ortiz, Todd Pletcher combo right there. 12-1, almost just going to kind of play that just without even looking at the rest of the race. Just 12-1 Irad Ortiz. Pletcher, give it to me. This horse is a maiden, however. Not that he's a chump, really. I mean, he did run in some decent races. He was fourth in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile, second in the Champagne Stakes, second his last out in his maiden special weight in Tampa, but is yet to win. Not bad breeding. Union Rags horse got Tappet on the other side. So Command Performance. You might want to consider him. It's a lot of these long shots I think you can consider. I just don't think this field is that strong. Number two, we got Fenwick. 20-1 on this one. Curlin horse. Paco Lopez is riding this one. Now, this horse came out won his last out. Wire to wire. Not an impressive time, though. Not an impressive time. It was at Tampa Bay, I think that was. A maiden special, a mile and 40 yards. Another one is weird distances. Hard to track the times in those mile and 40 yards, but it's usually just not that good of horses. But Fenwick is coming off a win. I guess that counts for something, being that this is a pretty weak field. Got him at 20-1 if that interests you. Number three, we got Trademark. 30-1 on this one. As I said, Rafael Bejarano won the '07 Bluegrass Stakes aboard Dominican. He's aboard Trademark. Similarly, there's not much about this horse. I kind of think I remember liking Dominican more. It was something in Dominican that there's something in Dominican that I like. I think I might have had him in the bottom end of like a try or something. But Dominican was a horse that you're like, yeah, I can kind of see why he ran. And in the jockey, Rafael Bejarano, at the time was a pretty well accomplished jockey, top rated jockey. Won around 20%. But he's fallen off over the years. These things happen. I don't know whether it's injuries or sometimes it's get money. Guys aren't riding as much anymore, not getting the mounts like they used to. But he is a talented jockey. You're getting him 30-1 there. Fifth in his last out in the Tampa Bay Derby. 12th, he got smoked in the 12th in the Sam F. Davis. 33 lengths off the leader in that one. So he's going to have to do a lot better than that. Probably going to be running near the front. So that at least, it's going to put him in the mix. Bejarano's ridden him before. They actually have switched back to him. They've switched the jockeys around a lot. So he's got a decent jockey back on him. I guess that gives him a decent shot in this race. Number 4, we got 5-2 Zandon. Flavian Pratt riding this one, trained by Chad Brown. This horse was third in the Risen Star, second in the Remsen. As you know, those were 2 slow races. All these races were slow. Just for Tampa Bay Derby was slow. Sam F. Davis was slow. Remsen was slow. Risen Star was slow. Fountain of Youth, yeah. So Zandon, after running third and a second, they got him at 5-2 for some reason. I don't really like those odds on this horse. Hasn't shown me much. Gonna have to prove it to me in this one. Number 5, Volcanic, 20-1 on this one. This horse I think might be all right. He's out of a horse called Violence, who's a Medaglia d'Oro horse. Mother's father's Pulpit. He's got some decent breeding in the horse. He did have a good race at Gulfstream. He was got a win in a mile 136 after coming out in that third in the Sam F. Davis. But they switched the jockeys around. Edwin Gonzalez was riding him in those 2 races. They've got Adam Bestchiza riding him. Mark Casse trains this horse. They're going to have to get lucky, in my opinion. I think they can get lucky. I think the horse has shown some talent down in Gulfstream. They got him at 20-1. Once again, they said if you're looking for a long shot, there's something you could say about all these long shots. I expect the odds to be all over the place by the time the race goes off. But they got him at 20-1. Not a bad horse. Don't like the jockey, though. Number 6, Emmanuel. Another horse that I think is decent. He had another one of those horses that had a win at Gulfstream, mile 136. I know a lot of people would just want to think that that's just Gulfstream, but then, all the races at Gulfstream aren't fast. 9-2 on this one. Kind of shocked at those odds. I thought they would be a little bit lower, especially better than the 4 Zandon. Luis Saez is riding this one. I guess people just still kind of don't like Luis Saez because of maximum security. I don't know. Todd Pletcher's training the horse, though. I said he did have that win at Gulfstream, but then came out 4th in the Fountain of Youth, 5 minutes off in that one. He was 4th in Tampa Bay Derby. He's going to have a good race. What can I say? He's probably going to be running out front as well. Luis Saez can get that done from time to time. He's not the best at it. But hey, in this field, I think you got to kind of like the horse. Number 7, Golden Glider, 20-1. Ricardo Santana Jr. riding this one, another Mark Casse horse. Now this one's out of Ghost Zapper. I like Ghost Zapper. I liked him as a horse, awesome again horse. So I'm kind of biased on Ghost Zapper horses. Came out with a couple of wins and then, gets into these other races and couldn't do anything. 5th in the Sam F. Davis, 4th in the Tampa Bay Derby. So another one's going to have a good race. 20-1 though, Ghost Zapper. For all y'all Mark Casse fans and Santana fans out there, yeah. It's an angle for you. Number 8, Ethereal Road. Another one they got at 20-1. This one is a Quality Road horse who's out of Quality Road's out of Elusive Quality. Who is the sire of Essential Quality and Smarty Jones. Luis Contreras riding this one, trained by the old D. Wayne Lucas. Good workouts on this one. 59 breezing, a couple of 1-minute breezings before that, a couple of good races before that. He was 2nd in the Rebel by a neck. Got a win here at a maiden special weight. Time was 146, though, very slow. So not very good times out of this horse. Got the win by a neck, so they kind of, to me that indicates you kind of gave it your all. If you only win by a neck and you're fighting for that victory in the end, to me, you kind of probably got the most out of your horse, or at least the most the horse had to give on that day. Can't completely hold it against the horse, though. If you 20-1, second his last out win before that, he's definitely playable. Number 9, Rattle and Roll. B.J. Hernandez on that one. Kenneth McPeak The trainer, they got him at 8-1. Now we saw him ride in the Louisiana Derby. They got him at 8-1, I guess, because of that. He was fourth in Louisiana Derby. Not that impressive. I mean, to me, the horse could be something. BJ Hernandez tends to not get it done a lot of the times when it's on the line. Art collector. This horse did have a win in the Breeders' Cup Futurity, though. Sixth in the Fountain of Youth. Not impressive. Fourth in the Louisiana Derby. I guess, there was a fast time in that race. Fastest of all these prep races so far, by far, really, so far. And it was a mile and 3:16. So I guess that's why they kind of like him, 8-1. I mean, I guess you might like him at 8-1 too. I just have a hard time going with Hernandez, unless I clearly feel he's got the best horse in the race, and I don't think that's the case in this one. Number 10, Smile Happy. They got this horse as a 9-5 early morning favorite. Don't know if that'll hold. Don't think he's a favorite. Corey Lannery's riding him, by the way. He's another one of those guys like, hey, if it's a big race and you want to bet on Corey Lannery, good luck, all right? And I'm saying that in this one too. They got him at 9-5, and once again, you're playing him at short money too. Good luck twice. Let me give it to you. Good luck again. You need a 4-leaf clover, I think, on Smile Happy. He's a run-happy horse out of Super Saver, the slowest Derby winner in decades. Horse was second in the Risen Star. Got to win the Kentucky Jockey Club. And I win the maiden special weight before that. But I just, slow times. Like I said, all these horses have slow times. Slow times, Corey Lannery. Like I said, good luck. Number 11, Blackadder. I kind of like the name of the horse. Reminds me of those big guys in Golden Axe. Those big knight guys in Golden Axe that had the big old swords. The guys are probably like 9 feet tall, and they had swords that were probably like 6 feet long, called Death Adders. And I think there was another one called like Black Death Adders or something like that. I don't know. When I see Black Adders, it reminds me of those big badass guys. So, Blackadder. I like the name. Florent Giroux riding him. Hey, he's all right. He can win sometimes, especially in races that aren't very competitive. 20-1. Good odds on this one too. So there's lots of reason to like this one. Horse is also out of Quality Road. Mother's Father's Pulpit. So when you have Pulpit is your grandfather and Elusive Quality is your grandfather. But having Pulpit as your grandfather means APND is your father, your great-grandfather. That's some really strong breeding. So, I mean, you like the breeding, you like the name, Blackadder, Florent Giroux, he's all right. He got a couple of wins. El Camino Real Derby, that's on artificial surface. Don't like artificial surfaces. Don't think it translates over well to dirt, but hey, we'll see. We will see. Came out running, had a win at a mile 139, had a win at a maiden special weight at Santa Anita. Mile 139 is slow, but like I said, all these horses are running slow. So there's good reasons to bet on him. He's coming off a win. Even though it's on our artificial surface, it is a win. And all right, Jock, we'll see. Number 12, Grantham. 20-1 again in morning odds on this one. Who knows what these odds are? I'm really excited to see what the odds are going to be because I'm sure they're not going to be anywhere near what these morning odds are on all these horses. Grantham, ridden by Tyler Gaffleone. Second in the Tampa Bay Derby, in the slow Tampa Bay Derby. Fourth in the Withers. So, he's hit the board. You see why he's in the race because he's right along the class of these other horses. Not too much else to say besides that on this horse, though. Now, I'm expecting a slow pace because these horses are all slow. And I don't expect any of them to come out and try to do any 46-second half mile or anything like that. I'm expecting 48 at best, maybe 49. They're not running in New York, so it's not going to be like 51 or anything, I don't think. But I'm on an even pace at best, 48 seconds. I'm expecting that we're probably going to have Emmanuel on the lead, Luis Saez. Uh, Probably going to have Trademark up there, I'm thinking, as well. Might get the lead, maybe near there, and probably Fenwick, the two. Expecting him to be near the lead. But not that much. And when you have these slow paces, I think they hurt the horses more than anything. And a lot of the horses, I think they hold them back so much they just take the horse out. The horse becomes disinterested, and they fight the horse so much. The horse is fighting with them, and they're fighting them to make them go so slow for so long that they're going to suck the energy out of the horse, making him run slower than he wants to. So I think you're going to see a lot of that in this race, which is going to make it a cluster, if you know what I mean. And it's going to get messy, I think. I do think, though, that because Luis Saez does like to be a bit aggressive, I think he'll get the lead. I think he's going to win it. I've got Emmanuel coming away with the lead. Emmanuel, and I was just thinking that name's going to be a popular name. If he gets this win going to the Derby, it's going to be a lot of a Derby bet. We'll go into the name if he makes it in the Derby. I want to do that now. But for those of you who know what the name means, strong name. I got him winning with Pletcher, Luis Saez. I just think he'll get the lead and kind of just win going away. I think the rest of it's going to be a mess. Like I said, these other horses are going to be slowed down, choked out. It's 12 horses, so it's not a small field. There's going to be horses coming from off the pace and trying to do a lot of passing, and horses trying to come around from off the edge, and other ones trying to go inside and come in and get the inside. I just think it's going to be a mess. That's another reason I really kind of like him being on the Emmanuel being on the lead. I'm going with the best jockey in second, Irad Ortiz Jr. Command Performance to run second, the other Pletcher horse. So I'm going with that Pletcher Exacta. I just give him I give the best when it's gonna be come down to the jockeying, and I got to go with the best jockey in this one. I think he's gonna probably do the best job of knowing when to go and get his horse in good position to probably win. He just won't have enough horse to win. So I expect him to run second. I got number 4, Zandon, Flavian Pratt, in there at third place. And I'm going Blackadder. I'm going Blackadder, the 11, in fourth. Closing out what will most likely be a super. Very tough race. Interested to know what you guys think in this one, because it could go any way. I'm thinking in any way. There's some races that the big time bettors do all. They just play every trifecta combination because they just figure it's going to be a big payoff and it's going to cover all the bets. I think this could be an all race. I really do. Odds are all over the place. It's going to be very interesting, even though I do not see any of these horses being very competitive in the Kentucky Derby. Who knows? It might just be a slow year, like when Super Saver won it. So maybe one could win in the Derby. I just don't really see them as being very fast. And that always makes for an interesting payoff. That's the thing with horse racing, is the races that aren't very interesting for championship purposes tend to have very exciting payoffs, and the people that manage to call those are very happy. So let me know what you guys think in this one. Lots of races coming up. Very, very busy these days. As we know, with the inflation everyone, I'm sure, knows about, means we've all got to work that much harder just to live the same life. So I'm going to try to crank these videos out on these other two races. Super Saturday, I like to call it. I see them calling it Sensational Saturday. I don't like that. It doesn't flow. I don't think it's going to stick. I know Super's been overused ever since Super, they came out with the sequel to Mario Brothers and Super Mario Brothers and Superman, Super everything. But I call it Super Saturday because we got the Bluegrass Stakes. We got Santa Anita Derby as well as the Wood. So we got Kentucky, New York, California, prep races for the Derby. So it is indeed super. It's a very busy day for those in the horse racing world. A lot to cover, a lot to watch. So I'm going to get these other videos out for you guys. Stay tuned and watch out for them. They're coming.